while, and it was part of the AMA club, and I'm gonna let Chris talk in a minute about that, but it's something that they started, and then I joined with them last year to make this even bigger and better. So I think it started with like 2 to 4 employers coming. Now we have 13. So hopefully even next year we'll have more and have you guys all in person and have a big event. The idea behind this is for you to network with the students, really tell them about what marketing it is to you, what type of job you're in. And then again, if you have connections, to connect with them as well. So I want to thank all the alums and corporate partners that are here today for coming, and I really appreciate that. I see that the dean's on as well, so I'm going to give him 1 minute if he'd like to say hello to everyone.
Thank you. I just logged in. Thank you very much. One thing that I'm always proud of the university is I want to thank you for being here and participating in this event. Whatever you do is going to help our students, and we benefit from having you supporting our students, so when they leave the university and they graduate, they be better prepared for the real world. And I say real world, it does not mean that we are not in the real environment, we are, but the experience that you share with them, that you accumulated throughout the years, it will be like a gift to them, and they can learn a lot from them. The one thing I learned in the years I was teacher, I always taught the classroom, and then I brought professors like you, alumni, to talk to them, to see that what we teach in classroom actually is applied and is done in the real world. And of course, you know, this is a really pleasure for me to see you guys and alumni that were here. And hopefully we see each other in person in a 3D rather than 2D or 1D. And I hope that this is, if you're new to this event, you'll be continuing with this. And if you're already doing it, let's make sure we continue doing it. And I want to thank Jessica for really, you know, working on this and making it, bring it to life. With this, I'll be quiet because I know you have a lot of wisdom to share. And I know our students are eager to learn from you and hear you. So I'll be quiet and I say thank you very much for being here. And you add a lot more value that you can imagine. Thank you very much. Thank you, Jessica.
Thank you. Thank you, Dean Abraham. We appreciate you coming in and saying hello to us. So again, we love that you guys are coming and sharing your wisdom. And again, I'll ask, I know some of you have been here before, but once you're kind of on my list, I ask you to come back and do lots of fun things. So hopefully you'll join us again. So I'm going to let Chris talk next and just tell a little bit about AMA, so that the students that are here that might want to join this can see what kind of fun and exciting events that club does offer.
Thank you very much, Jessica. Hi, everyone. Good evening. Thank you so much for being here tonight with us. So the American Marketing Association is a professional club, and we're affiliated both at the academic college level as well as on the national scale. And basically what we do is we have meetings where we host speakers to deliver some marketing wisdom to our members. We hold fundraisers to raise money to help out the College of Business. We do philanthropic efforts through our fundraising with the Rhode Island Food Bank we did last semester. And annually we enroll in the national case competition where we create a marketing plan to deliver to a client. So it's a very great opportunity for students to get involved with the College of Business and learn about marketing as well as expand their professional network. And we've hosted the annual Meet the Marketers networking event as a means to help the students expand their network and learn about the industry as well as learn about any potential opportunities that might come their way. So thank you very much. Yep.
Thanks, Chris. Also, we'll have everyone's email. So if you're interested in joining the club, you can reach out to Chris, but I'll send some, if you want to put any information about that in the chat, Chris, that'd be great. And then we have our host tonight, Scott Azadorian, who's a professor at URI. He's going to be kind of being your host while I set the background and breakout rooms behind the scenes, and then I'll explain that a little bit more when we get to that. So I'm going to put up our our guests for tonight. So that will be a little guide for Scott, and he'll basically call on each of you to give your 1 to 2 minute about who you are, where you're working, and you can give a little, wisdom, a quick wisdom about either marketing or why you went into the field to share with the students. All right, Scott, I'll let you start.
Oh, fantastic. Well, welcome everyone. I won't spend time thanking everyone again, but thank you so much for what you're doing. And so I thought this would be good for us to go one by one through this, and I'll ask you one, I'll call out your name and ask you to give that summary. And it will be particularly helpful to the students when they meet with you in the breakout rooms to know what you do so that you can have a good conversation. So feel free, whatever you want to say in that 1 or 2 minute summary, to do that. So let's start with Michael. Michael, you are the first on the list here. So welcome, and tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do at your organization.
Sure, Scott. My name is Michael Antonaccio. I work for Warner Media. I oversee all digital sales operations for the company. So for those of you not familiar with Warner Media, they have properties such as HBO, HBO Max, TNT, TBS, Cartoon Network, and the list goes on and on. I'm losing track these days. I do see pretty much every aspect from pitch to pay. So our sales folks, it's mostly digital ad sales. So our sales folks go to market, and I evaluate everything they do from go-to-market strategy, handing it off to their planners, their account managers, ultimately getting the ads traffic. So you see them on your phone, your laptop, TV, and ultimately built. And it's really easy, simple on paper, but behind the scenes, not so easy. So there's a lot of operations behind it all, and that I oversee as well. One of the more current operations I'm overseeing is our interaction between our sales teams and our market group. And we have a whole marketing operations team that I'm trying to help them with that really has not had too much love over the last, I'd say, decade. They're ramping up, and we got a lot of work to do, but I think we have some solutions. So basically, we have several marketing teams, ones that handle HBO, ones that handle CNN, another property. And their mission or their job is to get sales collateral out to our sales folks that is up to date and accurate of what we're trying to pitch. And our sales folks take it to market. But more times than not, a lot of changes need to be made to the sales collateral and the decks that go out. So we're just trying to find efficiencies and ways that we can keep that feedback line going between our sales folks and our marketing folks, so that collateral is what the clients want to see. And then there's a bunch of analytics and data that we collect to make sure we understand what pitch decks are working, what pitch decks aren't working, what certain industries are taking to certain pitch decks, and so forth. So there's a lot behind it. And when I went to school here, I never, none of this really existed. So I've kind of learned it as I grew with the company. But I know it's a little long-winded, but happy to be here and share my story.
Yeah, thank you. Super interesting. Appreciate that, Michael. Doug Thomas, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hey, I'm Doug. I'm the digital strategy manager at Trailblaze Marketing. We're a digital transformation and marketing agency based out of Providence. And, just sort of quick background, I started not knowing anything about digital marketing about 11 years ago. And I was working down in New Orleans, and the biggest thing was that they hired me for a quick project, just calling people about their usage of Yelp and what at the end of that project, you know, the project is wrapping up, and they asked me, well, do you want to learn how to work on websites? And I said, oh, well, I'd love to remain employed. That would be nice. And over that time, you know, the biggest thing was being able to really expose myself to every aspect of digital marketing. And then I moved to an agency that was actually TV first and working solely with lawyers, and built their department really from a little bit more than the ground up. And now I've moved over to doing digital transformation, which involves a lot of marketing. And really the biggest thing that I would say to everyone is just really keep your mind open and keep your opportunities open, because that random experience is going to be really, really valuable as you move down into your career.
Thank you so much, Doug. Let's move to Betty. Betty, tell us who you are.
Hi, I'm Betty Galligan, and I'm the founder and president of Newberry Public Relations and Marketing. We are a full service agency that I started almost 25 years ago, so probably older than many of you. But anyway, we are, like I said, a full service agency. We're located on the Wampanoag Trail in East Providence. I started it out as a public relations firm, but I quickly realized that marketing, oops, someone's calling, but I'll just ignore it. That marketing is a blend of PR and marketing together. So what happens is that if I call up the Wall Street Journal and I tell an editor about one of my clients, they're going to say, the first thing that they're going to say is, what is their website? You know, send me to the website so that I can learn more about them. Back in the day when I was doing PR, not now, but it was like you would send out a media kit that was printed, but now it's all digital. So they really just want to go to your website, or they want to go to their Facebook page or LinkedIn page to find out more about a particular company. So some of the things that we do besides public relations and marketing, I mean, it's underneath marketing, but advertising. We do strategic communications services. We do a lot of business plans. We work with small startups and emerging brands all the way up to large corporations, professional services, businesses. We have nonprofits and healthcare organizations. We also work with authors. You know, you name it, we'll work with them. We work to get our client's story out there so that they can attract the right audience. That's really what the end goal is. So some of the things that we might be working on a given day, which is a very varied day. Like, you have to be able to juggle a lot when you're working in marketing, I feel. So some of the things that we work on are like a logo. We could be working on a website, social media. We do printed collateral materials. We handle crisis communications, but that's like on the PR side. Do a lot of video, email marketing. We do digital marketing. We do banners and signage. We do sponsorships of events. We do special events that we run from, you know, soup to nuts for a client, and we do a lot of webinars now. I did just launch the Public Relations Finishing School. It's actually launching on June 7th for our first classes. And people have actually asked me if we would start the Marketing Finishing School. So we're planning on doing that later this year. I have to get the PR one off the ground because it's a lot of work, but I really am looking forward to the Marketing Finishing School too.
Thank you, Betty. Very comprehensive firm. Thank you for that summary. Elizabeth Rogers, welcome.
Hello. So my name is Liz. I work as an account manager at Mind Plus Matter in Boston. And so it is an advertising agency, and we work primarily in the pharmaceutical space. So my job as an account manager is to be that day-to-day contact with our clients. And we specialize in particularly in launching new drugs to the market. So we'll start the relationship with the clients, but prior to FDA approval of a product, a year or two out. And then we go through the process of creating all of the materials to help them successfully launch and then extend the marketing in the next couple of years after launch as well. We recently went through a little bit of a merger with a UK company as well. So we're expanding from just the rare disease space to other things like animal health and also the beauty industry a little bit too, and how that relates to health. So my day-to-day looks a lot like, you know, the contact with the client and working through their needs, but we do things such as website development and print development, social, digital, really all the things that, you know, Betty was talking about too. So it's really the whole gamut. And I think the reason why I've loved marketing so much is because it does provide a lot of versatility and the fields that you can go into. And it's very, the skills that you learn as a marketer are very transferable to a lot of different industries. So whether you love healthcare or whether you love sports or whatever you enjoy and you have a passion for, you can transfer a lot of these marketing skills there. And I think just to kind of echo what Michael and Doug were saying too, I think as a marketer, one of the biggest skills you can have as well is being able to be adaptable, being able to learn on the spot. And I didn't know anything about pharmaceuticals when I started in this role. And I found that there's a lot to learn, a lot of acronyms and a lot of small details. But if you focus on the skills that you are learning in your program right now at URI, and continue to be a learner throughout your whole career, that really behooves you as you move throughout your different positions. So excited to be here. I actually was in AMA when I was at college, so it's definitely a little plug for the program there. So definitely get involved with the AMA, and then afterwards too, there is an AMA Boston chapter. So thank you for having me.
Thank you. That's great. I couldn't have said it better myself about students getting involved. So thank you for doing that. Keith Dorsey, welcome.
How's it going?
Give us your intro.
Sure. So I'll go pretty quick. My name is Keith Dorsey. I work for BD. If you don't know Becton Dickinson, it's the third largest medical device company in the world. We're very involved in COVID, right? So we make all the needles, we make the test kits, all the syringes are ours that are being used. When people go to incubators, they were using an IV pump. So there's two IV pumps per ICU. So we're heavily involved in this COVID world. I lead the biosurgery business, so hemostats and sealants and stuff that's used in surgery. On my team, I never really looked at myself as a marketer, but I guess I run marketing. I have two directors, one for upstream and one for downstream. Upstream, we're looking at market, right? How do we shape markets in the spaces we try to move globally? And how do we get our R&D teams to develop products early enough? And they take some, as Liz was saying, take some time to develop in our space. They take about 10 years to fully develop. So we need to know where the trends are going. And then I have downstream marketers that once we launch a product, or about a year or 2 years before the launch, getting that product to market and making sure we have the sales that we had forecasted. Really excited. I have a Providence College shirt on. I did go to Providence College. I hope you don't hold that against me. This is coincidental. I did get dressed to go to work like this today. But I figured I'd go with it. So love URI. I'm a Cranston kid, a local guy. So glad to be here.
Thank you, Keith. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that intro. Nicole Eller, welcome.
All right. Thank you so much for having me. Hi, my name is Nicole Eller, and I'm here in my capacity as co-founder and vice president of the Spark Social. We are a social media marketing agency out of Providence. We do focus on social first, though sometimes we dabble in some of the other things people have mentioned here, primarily some email marketing and partnering with firms like Betty's, people like Doug, and I would say probably Lori, to help our clients get the best of the best in what they do best. But what we do best is social media. And so that's one of my favorite things about marketing, and sort of my little tidbit is that if you want to specialize, if you want to be a generalist, if you want to know everything there is to know about a particular subject matter or all the subject matters, there's space for that for you in marketing. So if you're like me and you get bored really fast and really easy, marketing is a great space to be in, because every day is different, and you can wake up and Google or Facebook might have changed something while you were sleeping and they didn't let you know. So your day is going to be just a blast. And that has happened to us before. And the people that you work with can be so different. So, in our agency, and we are agency model, so you can go agency, freelance, you can, just do it, DIY for your own business. You can work in somebody else's company. There's just so many different options. And that's how I sort of fell into it myself, because my degree is actually from Rhode Island College. But my husband and my business partner are both URI alum, but here I am. I actually was a management major. I didn't touch marketing, but I did some great work for a finance person, and that turned into me doing some of their social media, which turned into me doing social media for other small businesses, that turned into me co-founding a company with a friend. Actually, she wasn't a friend at the time, just somebody looking for a partner. So you have so much freedom in a lot of cases, or at least the ability to find that freedom. So I encourage you to explore every aspect and figure out what your favorite place to play is, what your skill set, best skill set is, and really dive into that and kind of, create your career, if you will, and really make it fit what you're looking to get out of your work-life balance. So
Nicole, will you do a quick pitch for AM?
Oh, yes,
Rhode
of course.
Island as well?
Yes. So I am also the Association of Marketing Professionals here in Rhode Island. I'm the current president. Actually, Betty will be stepping into my shoes very soon. I've been the president for about 2.5 years, but I won't go anywhere, I promise. We are a marketing association here in Rhode Island that focuses on providing educational opportunities for our fellow marketers. And that's in every aspect of marketing you can think of. And we have a student membership. I invite you all to find out some more, maybe come to our next meeting, which will actually be getting a job in marketing. So that's going to be April 27th, and tickets will go live within the week. I'm also standing in a very empty room right now because we just moved. So things are a little in flux. I was about to yell at my husband because he's being too loud. The house still echoes. So I do invite you and encourage you all to check us out. It's amp-ri.com. So amp-ri.com. And I hope that's a good pitch.
Terrific. Yeah, an interesting entrepreneurial story too, how you got to where you got to. So thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
Susan Johnston, welcome. Susan, are you on mute?
Go. Now I'm not muted. Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for having me, and it was lovely to hear the other speakers. So I'm Susan Johnston. I'm founder director of New Media Film Festival. It is a Los Angeles corporation, and it's a story and technology company. I am a Rhode Island native. My aunt and my youngest son went to URI. And that's my connection there. And I'm also a board member of AMP. And so thank you, Nicole and Betty, for putting me on this list to get here. So basically, we are all media, and we have to take 28 categories in tech and classic formats and speak to the world. So right now we have 119 nominees that are vying for 45,000 in awards from 23 countries. How do you communicate that? It's via press releases, it's via social media, it's contacting the consulates and letting them know that that country is participating, and how can we collaborate? We also acquire content for distribution, and then we have to market that. So we have 80,000 people on a monthly newsletter list. We have a 20 million reach over social media if we use the right hashtag, and it's verifiable through SumAll. We dislike companies that utilize our activities for their gain, such as Google. So we're known as an innovative company, so we do a lot of beta. We're in beta right now with Hulu on marketing. Really exciting, going really well. I want to tell the gentleman from Warner Media that your marketing is working. I'm a judge for the Emmys, both the Blue Ribbon panel, which is pre-Emmys judging, and now we're full on Emmys. And I got to get your marketing for HBO Max with the code. And actually last night I was like discovering some new content. And so the way they sent that information, the order that they sent in, how easy or not it was to interface, that's all about marketing. What is the customer experience? How are you communicating to them? How are they receiving? And if they are engaging. So it's constantly changing and it's really, really exciting. So I welcome the opportunity to talk to you that want to be in this sector.
Thank you so much for that introduction. Appreciate it, Susan. Laurie Stedman, welcome.
Hi, I'm Laurie Stedman. It's a pleasure to be here. And I am a proud graduate of URI. In 1986, when I graduated and embarked on my career journey, there was no such thing as digital marketing. A little bit about my background. I've had a bit of a curly career. It's never been a straight line. I started out as the first web developer with a little known company called Pfizer. I spent 10 years there providing portals for the enterprise, so supporting 6,000 employees. And I've been in healthcare for 30 years. I moved on from Pfizer into Agfa Healthcare. I was actually deploying the product to customers worldwide. We are a global company. We have about 10,000 employees, and I serve as the digital marketing and communications manager. My forte really is technology. So my job, although I am digital marketing and communications, it really should be marketing technology. My job is to spearhead all the marketing automation tools to make sure that all of our communication is actually deployed. Although I get to do a lot of creative things, such as email marketing, wireframes, and also dabbling in the other channels such as our website and LinkedIn. Really, it's the engines that really make me passionate about what I do. So certainly if there are folks here, students who are looking to get into more marketing tech, please feel free to speak to me. I'm really excited to be here today as a URI grad because they really gave me a great footing in communication. You can do anything with the degree. Life and your career will not be a straight line, just be open to anything. So please feel free to ask away. I'm happy to help.
Excellent, Laurie. Thank you very much. Josh Reyes, welcome.
How's it going, everyone? My name is Josh Reyes. I think it's already obvious I'm the baby in the speaker panel. I actually graduated from the University of Rhode Island in 2019, and I majored in public relations, was a part of the Public Relations Student Society of America, as well as being involved as a tour guide and orientation leader. So really obnoxiously proud Rhode Islander. After graduation, I feel like most students right now feel the pressure to, get the job right away. So I got the first thing that I found attractive, and that was a sales position selling HR services, which is, didn't have a lot of marketing responsibilities. So I kind of derailed there. After about a year, I was let go of the company. A few of us were for the global pandemic. And I took that as an opportunity to get back to what I know and what I love. And I think it was my second chance to get back to marketing. So the first thing that I did was reach out to somebody that was involved in marketing and wasn't necessarily looking for a specific position, but I just reached out to as many people in the profession that I know and said, tell me why you love what you do. Tell me what you do and how you got there, which is why I think that events like this are extremely important for students and for mentors as well. I reached out to a friend who's landlord owns a marketing agency in Rhode Island. I reached out to her. We spoke over Zoom. I just asked her really broad questions. I just picked her brain about everything that I could within the hour. And one thing led to another, and I became a campaign coordinator for her agency. So I currently serve as a campaign coordinator for KSA Marketing, which stands for Kicks and Mass Marketing in Warwick, Rhode Island. Name kind of speaks to our culture here. We are a bold agency, and we represent bold companies on a global level like Pepsi, but also on a smaller level like the Howard Johnson by Wyndham in Middletown, Rhode Island. So kind of all over the place, but that's how I got there, and I'm excited to be here today.
Thank you, Josh. Appreciate that. Mike Mannion, welcome.
Welcome. Thanks for having me. I also graduated University of Rhode Island in the economics department. I did not take any marketing courses, unfortunately. Someone offered me a very interesting summer job to go out and start doing some event marketing, and that rolled into a 25-year agency marketing career. So I'm your kind of typical agency guy. I've been all over the country, 6 or 7 different states. I've managed multiple different offices for a very large agency, part of the Omnicom system. I've been lucky enough in my career to kind of continue to be a student in marketing and learn as I go in the agency world, everything from branding to shopper marketing to media, and having started in event marketing back before event marketing even had a name, was always good, always learning. I always got to work on really interesting brands and really interesting pieces of business like beer and motorcycles. Really couldn't ask for anything more than that. And then in the last few years, I've taken an opportunity to start my own media network. So Shelf 9 is a retail media network concentrated in New York City and grocery, liquor, and C-store. So we are just going to market in the last 3 or 4 months, and we will be basically digitizing the retail environments and looking for advertisers and kind of marketing ourselves out on the street. So, so that's kind of my story. I look forward to kind of the breakouts and the questions. I've kind of been one of those guys that have done a little bit of everything in marketing over the years. So, so hopefully I can help answer any questions and any inquiries you guys have in marketing.
Fantastic, Mike. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Brian Hamilton, welcome.
I'm not sure if Brian's here. I didn't see him.
Okay.
And I don't, so we can
All
skip
right.
him
Well,
for
if
now.
you see him jump on, yeah, let me know. I don't want to skip him. So, Peter Collins, welcome.
Hey everyone, thanks for having me. It's great to be here. Graduated URI College of Business class of 2015. I work at an agency doing what's called programmatic. I had no idea this word existed until I was in the programmatic industry or media landscape rather. Basically, when you go to a website and then you get ads for stuff that you were looking at, that's me. So sorry about that. But I'm working with people like Michael at Warner and then other companies like that for my clients to help them advertise, whether it be creating sales, getting people to watch a video, clicking on their ads, stuff like that. What I really like about being at an agency is that no 2 days are the same. One day I might be planning a campaign for paint while also setting up a campaign for a grocery store. So that is a little bit about me and looking forward to the breakout room where we can talk more. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. Appreciate it. And last but not least, and Alex, I hope I pronounced your last name correctly, Alex Gorian.
Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. Alex Gorieron. So great to meet you all. I am also a very proud alum of URI, and I was really happy to hear about AMA because when I was there at URI, I was also the president of AMA there, and I was very active in terms of a lot of programming and events that were happening in the union, in the School of Business, and a lot of different things. So I did a lot of great work when I was there with AMA. But I work for a company called Adventures. I'm the Vice President of Marketing, Events, and Experiences there. and we are a multidisciplinary brand culture and communications firm. Also a full service agency, as we've been kind of hearing here. We do everything from branding, design, video production, strategy, social marketing, experiential marketing. And I basically throughout my entire career and everything that I did at URI and on, I really kind of doubled down with marketing, branding, and events, and I've kind of continued that through my entire career. And we have 2 studios in our offices. Our headquarters are here in Rhode Island, but we also have offices in Miami and New York. And throughout all of this pandemic too, we've been producing all kinds of different virtual experiences, all kinds of video production, stage set designs, you name it, and basically kind of helping our clients tell their story. And ultimately, I mean, you know, we were hearing a lot about the agency side from a lot of folks here, which is great because I think we all love the diversity of probably the client base. And that's, I think, something for you to think about in your career, the diversity of an agency, or whether you want to focus on a particular product, service, company, industry. You know, those are definitely some forks in the road that you kind of need to think about as you think about your career. But we have a pretty robust internship program too. So happy to talk to anyone about those opportunities as we kind of continue the dialogue. But I won't take any more of our time here and telling you about me, but I look forward to connecting with you guys a little further in the breakouts.
Excellent, Alex. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Scott, for doing that. I appreciate you introducing everyone for us. And I want to appreciate everyone. Thank you for being here as well. I did want to recognize there's a few faculty here. So in addition to Scott, so if anyone wanted to say hello, feel free to jump in and say hi now. So thank you for being here. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to go into the breakout rooms. So I've set up breakout rooms for each of the mentors. You should be in a room by yourself with the exception of Keith. For some reason, I can't find you on there, Keith. So I'm not sure where you're going to end up. So
Okay.
you may either be in a room with someone or you might not be in a room, and then I'll put you in a room after. So you're the only one. I don't know why it did that. The other thing I wanted to mention to the students is you're randomly being put in the room, but you're more than welcome to reach out to any of the people here today. You'll get to see probably 2 to 3 of the speakers, but they're all on LinkedIn. I found them all on LinkedIn. I'm connected with them. So you can either look on mine or look to connect with them. And I'm sure they'd be more than willing to connect with you as well. So I just wanted to mention that as well. And it's great to reach out and connect with these people. Everyone that I meet is more than willing to talk and share their stories with the students. So just wanted to say that. So I'm going to put everyone in a breakout room. You'll go into the room. I'll give you a 5-minute warning and then a 2-minute warning right before. We'll give you about 10 to 12 minutes. Everyone has about 3 to 4 students in there. For faculty and staff, it automatically just put you in a room, but you can just stay in the main room. Just don't accept the invitation. You get it if you don't want it, or you're more than welcome to go in the breakout room as well. Once it ends, it will pull everyone back into this main room. And then Scott will just ask how things were. Maybe anyone that has a job can share it then while I set up the next breakout room. And in that breakout room, I'll allow you to be with a couple of professionals and more students. That way you'll get to see more students for the second round. Okay, so students, enjoy this. It's a relaxing, nice way to do this. So hopefully no one jumps off the call and stays with the panelists we have here. Does anyone have any questions before I open up the rooms? All right, well, have fun. Y'all get invitations now and you just have to jump in the room. I found you, Keith, so I'm putting you in a room, okay?
All right, thanks.
Doug, did you find your room? Samantha, did you get a room assignment? Hi, Jack. Did you not get in a room?
Hi, sorry. My Wi-Fi was kind of freaking out.
Okay. I can throw you back in. Is there anyone you have in particular you want to see since you're back in here?
No, I'm fine with that.
Okay. Oh, I just gave you another invite. You're all set.
All right, thank you.
Samantha, are you all set? Did you get in a room? Samantha, you should have an invite to join another room if you haven't joined yet. Christy, I'm assuming you didn't want to join a room because you stayed in. You're on mute. There you go.
Yeah, no, yeah, I just wanted to say hi. Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, no problem. I wasn't expecting the faculty to, but they're more than welcome to. I tried something different with the breakout rooms. It was a little bit easier, but it ends up putting everyone in a room. So I can't keep the faculty out, but everyone went, so that's good.
That's good. I just wanted to say hi and thanks again. And it looks like a great group.
Oh, it was
Liz was
fantastic.
actually a student in my class, but the others
That
were
is
not.
so funny. Yeah, there was a lot of alums. We had a lot of different people and a lot of good variety, which was nice. So I'm hoping we can get them all in person at some point. So,
That sounds like a great plan. It was good to
Yeah.
see you. I'll see you
all
soon.
right, you too. Thanks. Bye.